6 things that I prepared before applying to and getting admitted into 3 of the top 8 MBA programs in Canada with scholarship money. Hi everyone, I'm your international student Bessie, and I realize I talk a lot about immigration stuff, but I don't talk a lot about international student stuff. And many of you probably want to know what it takes to even apply and get in so that you can start your journey. Number 1 is my resume. I looked up a 1-page template from one of my favorite schools that I wanted to get into, and I used that template, which I think gave me extra brownie points when I applied. It summarized all of my major accomplishments, putting a lot of emphasis on things that I saved money on, the things that were quantifiable. They don't want to know what you do for your living, they want to know how you made an impact. So always keep that in mind when you're editing your resume. Secondly, referrals. You have to make sure that these are people who know you very well. They can speak to your strengths, your weaknesses, your accomplishments, and the skills, qualities, and traits which would make you overall an excellent MBA candidate. Somebody who has a lot to offer, but also who has a lot to learn. Third, you need to go and prepare for your GMAT. Now, some schools are waiving the requirement, but I think doing the GMAT shows, if you're able to get a competitive score, that you have the rigor and the grit needed to handle the academic portion of the MBA. So taking the GMAT and getting a good score is something I would consider doing, even if it's optional. Just so you know, I didn't even have like a 95th percentile score. I had something in the average range, but it made sure that I was competitive. I studied for 6 months, 3 hours after work, every day, and more on weekends. And in the end, I didn't even do that well. It just was enough to show that I'm not stupid. For academic transcripts, you want to prepare those ahead of time, especially if your undergraduate institution is one that is known to drag their feet and take forever to just get things done. You want to start early, knowing about the process and getting ready so that you will have it in hand when it's time to press submit. 5, you want to reflect on your activities, your hobbies, your interests, your achievements outside of work, because they want well-rounded people. They don't want robots. They want people who can contribute things, people who have done interesting things with their lives. So be as genuine as possible about those, because when you start reflecting, you will realize, especially if you're even thinking about doing an MBA in the first place, that you've probably done a lot outside of just work and school to be such a superstar, right? And then last but not least, interview prep. Now, you should be having coffee chats with admissions officers as much as possible, and you need to prepare your elevator pitch. You need to know why you're doing an MBA, why now, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are you trying to learn and improve. And that's it. That's basically it, y'all.